Good morning, you guys. That is a loud car. It is 8 a.m. right now, and today is a little productive day in my life. I have so much that I want to get done today, and I just want to be super productive. I have a return package I need to return. I have stuff for my kids' mid-year concert, but it's like the teacher stuff, so it's all the staff stuff I need to do. I also have my private today. I have my aqua private, and then I also have an appointment today that I need to go to. So I am very, very busy today, but I'm also wanting to film a vlog for you guys because you guys have been missing out on your vlogs. Oh, I also need to go to Kmart. Lol. And you guys have been missing out on your vlogs because I have been so busy with mid-year concert prep, with just my own health in every way, shape and form. So I'm glad to be back to you besties and actually be filming and uploading for you guys, because I hate when I don't upload for you guys, and I swear I say this in every video, but trust me, I do. I hate not uploading for you guys, or I hate when I start to film a vlog and then I end up never finishing it because the day just doesn't go as I planned. That I end up just not filming the rest of the video, and I don't want that to happen today. I want to film this whole video. First thing on the list is coffee. I cannot go a single day without caffeine. So coffee it is for this morning, and then I think I'm going to do all my out of house things first, like going to the post office, going to Kmart to pick up some things I need to get, because I need to pick up some shirts actually, because I want all of my staff members at my concert to be wearing our teacher uniform, just because I have 8 to 9 year olds. I think one is still just on the brink of 7 and will be turning 8 soon. So I have very little kids, and if you're not wearing a teacher, a staff shirt that has teacher written on the back of it, they get really confused because they're like, I need help with something, but who do I go and talk to? Do I talk to this person that's with me in the dressing room, or do I not? But they're not in uniform, so maybe Miss Jazzy, which is me, doesn't want me talking to them, and I just don't want to confuse their little minds, because I know, of course I work with my kids every day. I know how they work, how they react to certain situations and everything like that. So that is why I'm going to be getting just some staff shirts, and I'm just going to be making a couple. Just because with whoever ends up being at the concert, because we have a few, because I have some of my friends, some of my best friends, I have some of them coming, so that's really exciting. But I'm currently making coffee now that I've rambled for 6 minutes. I'm making coffee. I'm just doing my espresso shot right now. I've already got my vanilla in the bottom of my to-go cup, because to-go cup means productivity. And then I've got my milk all ready. If you guys are lactose intolerant, I was just diagnosed severe lactose intolerant about a couple of weeks ago, and you live in Australia. I don't know if they sell this in any other country, but I know they do in Australia. A2 lactose-free full cream milk is so good. If you switch them to lactose as an adult, then going from normal full cream milk to lactose-free milk is a big switch, especially if you go to almond milk, oat milk, or skim milk, that I personally think is gross. And you grew up on normal, regular full cream milk, because that's what a lot of Aussies grow up on. This is a good alternative. That is the most beautiful espresso shot of my life. I think it's a little bit more than a shot. It might be, I might have clicked the double button instead of the single shot of espresso. Especially for this cup. This might be a very strong coffee, but honestly, I can live with it being strong because it means I'm actually gonna wake up to it. So that is a delicious coffee. Now that coffee is made and is ready to go, I am going to quickly clean this up, and then I'm going to start getting ready for the day because, as I said, I want to do the stuff outside the house first before I do everything I need to do inside the house, which is like computer work. Look, like that's literally, it's just computer work. And I have to get all of this done by like 12 o'clock. Because then I have an appointment at 1 and I have my private at 3. So we are hustling and bustling and we are moving for a productive day. So I'm going to stop rambling and let's go. So you guys, it is now 9 a.m. I am in the car. First stop is the post office, then we're going to head off to Kmart. Okay, you guys, I'm at the library. And I'm picking out a book that I want to borrow because I really want a book that they have here. So I'm looking at it and I cannot believe I'm using my camera right now. Eat it. But I'm looking for a specific book that I want to take out. So this might take a while to find. So you guys, I have picked up all of the staff shirts. I did get some extra, like just in case, some like extra staff shop because I have asked some other people if they can come to the concert. So I've just got some extra, and I also picked us up some pens because we have no pens. So I'm currently walking through the men's, if you guys are wondering. So that's really all I need from Kmart. Was just the actual work shirts and then some pens. So now I'm going to head back home and get these sorted, and then we should be done for the day. I do need to go and pick up printer ink as well. So actually we're going to go do that, but first we need to pay for these. Okay you guys, I am home and I've decided I'm going to become a baker. So these are like an Australian like classic, like they have been around forever, and they're called cheesy Vegemite scrolls. So it's literally just puff pastry rolled up in cheese and Vegemite. But to be honest, sorry to all my Aussies watching this, I am not a huge fan of Vegemite. I know it's crazy, an Australian saying she's not a huge fan of Vegemite. I'm literally not. Honestly, I'm not a fan of the taste. I think it's really sour and bitter, and it's like really strong. It smells kind of bad. Like, you know, it kind of smells bad, and I'm not a fan of Vegemite. But I do love cheesy Vegemite scrolls, especially if I make them myself, because it's mostly just melted cheese and pastry with a tiny little bit of this. Some people go ham on the Vegemite. I don't. I'm sorry to all my Aussies watching this. I'm just not a fan of Vegemite. I am with all you Americans. This stuff, peanut butter, oh, is delicious. I could literally eat this out of the jar. It smells, especially if it's a smooth one. I'm a smooth kind of girl. Let me know in the comment section down below if you like smooth peanut butter or you're a crunchy peanut butter kind of person. I am a smooth peanut butter person through and through. I love peanut butter. I will have peanut butter in apples. I will have peanut butter in celery. I will have peanut butter in carrots. Like, I love peanut butter as much as the Americans love peanut butter. I hate Vegemite as much as the Americans hate Vegemite. But if you're an Aussie and you love Vegemite, that's how much I love peanut butter. I will literally have peanut butter any day over Vegemite. But for this, I'm not going to change the recipe because it is an Australian classic, which is Vegemite scrolls. So I'm going to show you guys how I make them. Everyone makes them, like, they're pretty much made the same, but everyone kind of prepares them differently. By the way, for all of my lactose-free and dairy-free, lactose-free and dairy-free are the same thing. My lactose-free and gluten-free queens. For my gluten-free friends, just change the pastry, as the pastry does have gluten in it. And like, I don't want any of you guys getting sick, but there is wheat, gluten, and soy in this brand of puff pastry. So make sure if you're my gluten-free queens or you're allergic to soy, make sure you get a puff pastry that doesn't have that in it, because I don't want you guys like getting sick or like dying. For my lactose-free, dairy-free queens, you are lucky today because I am lactose-free. So this will be a lactose-free recipe. I don't even know what's in Vegemite. Oh, also Vegemite has wheat and gluten in it. So if you can find one on like Amazon or something, or even just in the store that doesn't have wheat or gluten in it, then try, but I honestly don't know, because honestly, as I already said, I'm not a Vegemite fan. So we have frozen puff pastry sheets here, and you're just gonna have to let them defrost a bit, because I took mine straight out of the freezer, and you don't want them to be frozen, you want them to be soft. So I am going to have to let mine sit for a bit. But what I'm currently doing is separating them, because they'll take, mine typically take longer if they're not separated. I don't know if that's the same with everyone else's, but when you're separating them, especially if you're doing it while they're frozen, you want to be careful, because when they're frozen, they're a lot more fragile, so they will break easier. Like, I just broke off the corner of that one, which is fine. If you just break off like the corner, you should be pretty good. But if you like break off like the whole thing, like you crack one like completely like I have, then there's not really much you can do there. So I'm just going to split these. When they're like this, they're like basically flattened together. I'm just gonna leave them bounded together because they're not coming apart, like they are fully smushed together. There is one that I have cracked a little bit, but once it defrosts, I can easily just like mush it back together. So I'm just gonna let both of these two sheets defrost, which shouldn't be too long, and then I will get back to you guys. Okay, while they are defrosting and coming soft, they're already coming like super soft, they don't take too long. We're going to be making the egg wash, because I like to egg wash them to get them a little bit crispy. So literally I just put one egg into a bowl. So I'm just going to crack the egg, and then I just have like one of these like little paint brushes, but the cooking ones, and I just kind of mix it around. You can add like salt and pepper in here if you want. I literally am just going to do egg, so I'm just gonna mix that around, especially because these are like getting fully defrosted already. That is one good thing about puff pastry, is that it defrosts pretty quickly, like in my opinion. I also have my oven set to 220 degrees Celsius on fan force. I always have it set pretty high, but I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. So if you guys are following along and you're not in Celsius, I'll put on the screen what that is in Fahrenheit. It's about 300 and something Fahrenheit. Okay, now that my puff pastry has literally fully defrosted, like this is really defrosted, that's fragile, you want to start, you want to start with a knife and you just want to cut like strips. So I'll see if I can pull this one up for you guys and show you guys. I can't cut in a straight line, but you want to cut strips like this, or you can even cut them on like a diagonal as well and roll them diagonally. Actually, I might try that. I don't know if that's gonna work. Oops. I'm gonna try the like triangle one where you kind of roll it up from the bottom. I don't know if I'm personally gonna be able to do it because I've never done it like that before, but it's worth a shot, I guess. Then once you kind of have all your pieces, whether you're doing it just like straight or you're doing this like triangle method, this what you're trying to, you want it to look like a right like triangle, like you're doing like Pythagoras' theorem in math. That's what you kind of want it to be. Then you want to start off with your layer of Vegemite, which my layer of Vegemite, as I already explained many times, is literally going to be like this big. Like this is the tiniest little pea amount, because I really am not a fan of Vegemite. I'm literally just going to do like the thinnest layer of my life. But you, even like with Vegemite in general, you don't want it to be a super thick layer anyways, because of how strong it is. Like one Vegemite, like when I see like Americans and that, sorry Americans, doing it and they eat it like we eat peanut butter, just out of the jar, that is why it's so strong, because this has like a vinegary taste. So literally it's the thinnest layer of my life, like there's barely anything on here. Then what you want to do, which I should have done this before, I have not grated my cheese. I will show you guys what cheese I use, so if you guys are lactose intolerant and are following along, I use the Lidl's dairy-free cheese. This is the one that I feel like the block has tasted the best, but it's also the cheapest at the moment. Because with my lactose-free girlies, you guys would know, getting stuff that's dairy-free is expensive. And I'm just going to grate it. You can use like sheets if you want, or like the squares, but I'm just going to grate it like normal. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it all in the middle of that sheet, and then starting from the top of the corner, I'm going to start rolling it. So, and you want it to be super tight as well. You don't want it to be like not tight. Okay, mine kind of looks funny. Okay, I don't think I know how to do the triangle method very well, because this is weird. I definitely should have stuck to the normal method I normally use, but that's okay. I'm going to eat the leftover cheese. Yeah, I definitely should have stuck to the original method. So I'm going to do the original method now, because it's like weird trying to roll this up. It's like you're trying to roll up a cinnamon like scroll. It's probably me. I probably cut it wrong. I definitely cut it wrong. So if you guys have ever made like cinnamon scrolls, please tell me in the comment section down below if I cut that wrong. I sounded so professional when I said for it to be like this kind of shape, but clearly I was wrong. So I'm just going to do my normal method, which is cutting it into a long rectangle shape, then grabbing cheese, spreading that throughout, well, spreading the Vegemite on it first, then grabbing cheese, spreading that throughout the little piece, and then just rolling it up. Roll, 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 roll. And then I'll show you guys what mine normally look like. That's what my scrolls normally look like. And then when I bake them, I do this and I flatten them so that they're nice and like flat. But that's how I normally do them. This will get cut in half and then it will get flattened, which I'll show you guys in a second. So I'm going to finish making all of these scrolls and then I'll get back to you guys. Oh, I figured it out. With the triangles, instead of rolling it from the pointy part down, roll it from the bottom part up. And it makes like this really cute shape. I just like had to show you guys because I figured it out. Okay guys, so I've decided I'm only going to do one sheet. So I've gotten all my little pastries. Now what I'm going to do is cut them in half. All the ones that I've like rolled up into like this shape. I'm going to cut them all in half. There's two that are just going to have to stay how they are because they were like the triangle method. And then I'm going to pop them onto a lined baking sheet. The ones that I've cut in half, I'm going to smush down. And then, because they will puff up, I'm not super worried about how they're going to look. They always look kind of funny because I don't think I do these properly. I just make them how I like know how to. So if this is not how you're supposed to do them, then my apologies, you guys. But this is how I do them. It works pretty well. Now that I have a tray of all of my little scrolls, I'm going to grab that egg wash that we did earlier and I'm just going to lightly brush a bit of egg. This will just get them to be crispy and like, yeah, just nice and crispy. So I'm just going to lightly egg wash over the top. I used a full egg, so this is yolk and egg white. So I'm just going to lightly brush, and these are going to end up being my lunch, so yum. Now that I've lightly brushed all of my little pastries with egg, I'm now going to pop them in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes, I would say, or until golden brown and crispy in colour. Now the fun part, clean up. As you can see, I barely got into this jar of Vegemite, like at all. So this jar can last you like literally forever. Whereas I think I buy a new peanut butter jar every like couple weeks because I go through a lot of peanut butter. So I went through I already had a spare block that I bought yesterday when I did my grocery shopping, but I still had a little bit left over from my last block. I ended up using that like whole thing, so there there was a lot of cheese that just went into that. But I'm going to clean up now, and then I'm going to move on to staff uniforms. Okay, you guys, so once you have done baking your scrolls, they should come out golden brown and crispy like this. Super yummy, super delicious. It is currently 11:07, so I'm gonna eat these and then I'll see what time it is. I do have to leave my house at 12:30 because I have an appointment, so we'll just have to see. So if I have time after I eat these, I'm gonna move into the uniforms. If not, that's okay. Then I will just get ready to go to my appointment and then my private. And then also, because I normally get to my appointments early, I normally have like a bunch of free time. So instead of doom scrolling, I'm gonna start reading my book, The Graham Effect, because this is gonna be a really good book. But currently, I'm gonna eat my yummy cheesy Vegemite scrolls. Mostly cheese. Okay guys, let's head to my appointment and then head over to my private. I might have time in between my private and my appointment to be able to go to Spotlight and pick up some HTV vinyl, so we'll just have to see. But at the moment, we are just gonna head to my appointment and see how long that takes me. Because my private's not till 3, but I have to get there a bit earlier or there's like no car spots. So we'll see. I'm bringing my book that I got from the library today, because instead of doom scrolling, I'm gonna read, because reading is better for you. Because I'm getting back into like reading. I go in and out of phases with my reading. Like 1 minute I'm like really hyper fixated on reading books and everything like that, and the next minute I like don't want to read at all. But I'm in my reading frenzy at the moment. But let's first, as I said, head off to my meeting. I am literally sweating in this right now. I'm in a jumper because I just have my sports bra and shorts on for my private, and I'm a little bit bloated at the moment, so because I am due for that time of the month, so I'm a little bit bloated at the moment, so I'm not really feeling my best. So that's why I brought my jumper, but I actually think it's going to be too hot, even though it's literally winter here in Australia. But I'm going to stop talking to you guys and I'm going to head to my appointment. Okay guys, if I look really sweaty, it's because it is boiling in this car right now. I just made it to my private, so I'm super excited, super ready to go into my private. I feel like it's going to be an okay one today. I don't think it's going to be my best private ever, but it's definitely going to be like an okay one. I have a bit of time till I have to go in. It's only 2:51. I have to go into the building at 3. So I'm just probably going to read my book for a bit and just do some more work I can do on my phone before I have to head in for my private. I just put my elbow right on my horn then. Whoops. That was silly. So guys, I look a little weird. I've just gotten out of the bath after my private, so I'm just in a large jumper and then just some little shorts, because honestly this is how I like to sleep, just in a big hoodie and like some shorts. So now that I am all dressed and ready for bed, I'm going to clean up my room a bit from my work today because it's really messy, and then I think I'm just going to probably read my book that I got at the library, relax, and then have some dinner and probably some dessert, and then head to bed because The end of this productive day is finally hitting. I am so tired from everything I've done today that I am ready for a good beauty sleep.